What's going on, everybody? This is Economic News Insights. So, we've got the new channel. We're doing our first live stream. We're going to talk about side hustle ideas. So, if you guys don't know what a side hustle is, basically it's a way to make money in addition to another source of income that you have. Let's just say you work as a chef or a carpenter and you're looking for ways to make money on the side. I've always said this, even on other channels that I have. If you can, try to have 5 income streams. So you have to think of your bank account as a lake, and every tributary or every stream or every river or creek that comes into your lake is your bank account. So each one of those is a stream. The more streams that you have coming in, the more your income is going to go up and your savings is going to go up, because you never know what can happen. I mean, you could have your primary source of income could run out. By the way, guys, thank you to everyone who's going to smash up the likes, helping to get this video out there on our brand new channel. If you guys are out there and you can hear me, let me know in the comments with a like or something. This is a new channel, so we don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but it's going to get going. But yeah, so 5 income streams, some examples of income streams. I don't know, maybe you have a 401k, a retirement, a main job, some sort of day trading that you do. Maybe you have a residual income from some investment that you made or some business partnership that you've had in the past. That's how you can get more streams of income. And I recommend you guys try to get 5 of those. It might sound hard at first. You might be like, wow, I'm having a hard time just getting one stable source of income. Well, don't worry, it can happen. I remember when I just had one, sometimes zero, and it goes up. I mean, I was just in the military and I was like stuck with just one for a long time because I didn't have enough time to get out there and do it. And then I ended up getting 5. And then I was like, well, I need 7. Well, I need 10, because they become addicting. And then that's how you really supercharge your life with the more streams of revenue, right? So thank you to everyone who's tuning in here. All right. So some ideas for online side hustles. I'll just give you a few, and then I'll give you some that are more service based that you can do in the real world. A perfect example of side hustles right now is Uber, right? People drive for Uber, or they drive for DoorDash, or in Asia, they drive for Grab or Gojek or something like that. That's a side hustle, something they do when they're off work. But uh, you can do in this day and age many things using AI. So you can basically take the AI as a tool, and then you can apply the AI, what the AI teaches you or what the AI gives you, and you can apply that service to someone who doesn't know how to use AI. So you could use Chat GPT to help someone do book writing. Maybe it's an older person and you know how to use AI. Maybe it's a little bit of a hack that you know in the back of your mind that you could do it for, or they could do it, but you're doing it for them because they don't know how to use the AI yet. And you're just really an expert at how to use Chat GPT. You can use it for design. You can use it for coding tasks. You can use it for graphic design. You can literally go on Chat GPT or Grok and you can say, hey, make me a YouTube thumbnail that is blue with some cactus and a beach in the background and someone's face on it. And it'll make everything AI. It's not even a real person's face. Looks real, but I'm just giving you an idea of how you can use that and then sell that service to someone, because basically what you've become is a virtual assistant, someone who's like an online handyman. So you can brand yourself as an online handyman. I know that I personally would hire someone to do that because I can't do all that stuff because I'm out there filming and doing all these other things that I do in my daily life. That going along with that, you can have social media accounts. So people make money selling things through affiliate programs, ads, with a YouTube channel, with a TikTok. So let's just say you're an expert at working out. So you have a health and fitness channel, and you put in the time, and then you get to like over 1,000 subscribers, and then you keep growing from there. You have all this information. You also sell some supplements on the side, and people trust you because you give good advice. That's something you can do. You can even use AI to help guide you with that. You can get them to do faceless channels if you don't want to put your face on there, but I would recommend branding yourself anyway. And then you have things like create, sell digital products. You could create ebooks, spreadsheets, templates. You can create things. If you're logistically designing, or if you're someone who's got a lot of design skills, you can create like an operating system, or you can create a functionality, and then you can help people with that technology or with that skill set that you have. Okay. Then you can also do Substacks newsletters monetized through subscriptions and sponsorships. Someone just contacted me today. He just basically messaged me because I have a local page in Queen Creek, Arizona that has about 25,000 members. And he said, hey, let's turn this into a newsletter group. And then what happens is he goes to local businesses, and then they pay you to sponsor some of their stuff, and they pay you on like maybe a monthly basis. But all he's doing is he's just facilitating. He's basically brokering. He's messaging a bunch of YouTube or Facebook pages or YouTube channels, and he's just basically saying, hey, do you want to split doing a rev share with me? I'll go out and get the sponsorships. I just need access to your groups. So there's like three opportunities there, right? You could actually create the groups, you could create the pages, and or you could be the middleman who's just brokering, or you could be the business who's advertising. So it's a good way to get out there, right? Or you could even become a social media manager. Maybe you know how to create post, or you know how to edit. You can do this while working remote. I meet people in Bali who do this for a job. They do it for major companies, they do it for small clients, they do it for real estate agents. So this is definitely something that is possible for those of you who are out there. And thank you to everyone who's tuning in. We got 3 likes, and that's great because we're a new channel. So the fact that we have 4 people watching and 3 likes on a live stream with 600 subscribers is pretty good, actually. Another thing is create online courses. Like I said, if you're an expert at something, or maybe you don't even have to be an expert, because I don't want to intimidate you with this idea that you have to be an expert. You can literally start at anywhere, anytime, doing anything. If you have a relative apprenticeship or a journeyman ability that is above beginner level, you have to realize there's a lot of people who just want to get entry level information. It's like when you work at a job, you might not learn from the foreman or the superintendent. You might learn from someone who's also a journeyman who's been doing it for a few years. They're just, 1 or 2 steps above you. I remember when I went into the military, the people who always taught me everything I knew were like 1 step above me. When I was 1 step above people, I was teaching. So you don't necessarily have to be a general or a commander or a captain or a sergeant to teach people. You get what I'm saying? I'm just using the military as an example. And then you can do things like service-based side hustles, tutoring or online coaching. This is really big these days, whether it's teaching math, language. I know people who teach English from Thailand, and they make like $1,000 a month. Just teaching online, they teach language. Who knows? Maybe you could do health advice, health coaching. Maybe you know how to get someone out of a situation they're in with depression or anxiety, and you have some ideas and people trust you. I would say start low, right? At first, maybe test the market, do it for free, right? See if there's a demand for it. Everyone wants to come out talking about, oh, I want to start out at, the such and such price. No, I would say start doing everything for free. I would say most of the successful opportunities that I had in life were things where I basically had to go pro bono, like an intern, right? I had to prove myself first. No one wanted to just hire me and pay me, what I thought I was worth. I had to like prove that I knew how to do the job before they were going to hire me. So networking like that is really important. And then if you wanted to get into more things like pet sitting or dog walking using the Rover app, that's really popular. People just babysit dogs. Like if you're someone who's more of an introvert and you don't really want to be around people, but you love animals, you can do pet sitting. Believe it or not, that is a thing. You could do freelance photography or videography. I mean, I remember when I was living in Hawaii, I used to fly drones, and I had to get an FAA 107 license to do it commercially. But I was basically flying drones for weddings. People still contact me today. I made a Google listing, and people would contact me and say, "Hey, are you Arizona Drone Services? Can you come out and take pictures of my property? I just want to see what my property looks like from above." And I would charge them $300 and maybe whatever it would cost me for gas to go, 25 miles or however far it was. It just depends on the job, right? But you can do that. It doesn't even have to be with a drone. Okay, you could do it with a regular camera. I mean, people will pay you to take pictures of them while they're a couple's out in the middle of the desert, just wanting to take couple pictures of them as a couple, and you just put yourself online doing this. And yeah, you have your main job, but you do this on the side. Some people do mobile car washing and detailing. I know people who have this side business on the weekends. They'll come out, they know how to clean a car, they love cars, and they're really good at cleaning their own car. And they're like, hey, I can actually clean other people's cars. So this is another idea of how to make money on the weekends after work. It's very important. Then you have like a handyman. I also had a handyman service. It was called Hawaii Construction Lead Generation. So at first, I would actually go out there and do the jobs, but there was things that were above and beyond what I could do. So I had the listing on Google. I had the listing on these websites out there. I can't remember, like Glassdoor or Yelp or whatever the sites were. And what ended up happening was I was getting the leads that these construction guys, they don't know tech, right? Like most of these construction guys back in 2015, they didn't even know tech. So they didn't even have a listing. So I would basically get a call from, I don't know, Target. Target would say, hey, we've got a problem with ants in Hawaii. This would be a thing. And they would call me and they would say, hey, can you come out and be an exterminator? Well, I was like, well, I don't know how to do that. So I would just offload the lead to the exterminator. So then what I was doing was I was the middleman, just creating leads and then just passing them off. I would get excavation leads and stuff like this just by having a listing on. You could even do it on Craigslist. So you're just basically out there creating leads and then passing them off to other people. And then they give you a 10% commission of whatever it is they charge. So if someone charges $1,000, you get $100. However you want to work the numbers, however you want to do it. Some people do, they're a maid. They clean houses on the side. You could even do it for Airbnbs. I know that's not the best job that you would want to have, but some people are really good at cleaning houses. They know they have their value. And Airbnb right now is charging a lot of money to clean a house. They really do. So you can make some money doing that on the side, maybe even on the weekends. And then, you could take all that money and you can invest it, because that's the whole reason why we created this channel, right? Is to show how you get out of the wage earner income and more into something where you're actually saving money, investing money, and growing your money. You're not just spending money, and on the hamster wheel for the rest of your life, right? But if you just wanted to be like a regular old handyman, you can do that. You can do event planning and decorating. I mean, there's people out there who are really good at decorating rooms and houses. So they just brand themselves as someone who you could create a Craigslist ad, you could create some sort of ad, or you could create a Google listing. You just got to go on to AI. You type in what are the industries for interior design. Let's just say this: if I went on to ChatGPT and I said, I want to be an interior designer, how can I create lead generation online, right? So we're going to see what ChatGPT says. They're going to give us information. That's a great career move. Build a high converting website. So you could do it through a website. You could offer a lead magnet, give away free resource in exchange for emails, leverage Instagram and Pinterest post, start with a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel. So, yeah, I mean, you could just basically brand yourself as, you can do things in your house. You could say, hey, today we're going to redo my whole home office. And these are the things that I have in my home office. You create that YouTube channel. Then you do, hey, today we're going to declutter my kitchen closet or my kitchen pantry, something like this. And then you create those, and some people, and then you say like, hey, if you guys want to contact me because you have a clutter issue or you want to redesign your home and you want me to give you some ideas, set up a time, give me a call. We can jump on a phone call, do a Zoom, and then we could talk about how we can get you set up. And you could charge $20 an hour, $25 an hour, or $25 consultation costs in the beginning. But as time goes up, as you become more popular and you've got the experience and you've got some reviews under your belt where people are like, hey, I like working with this person, you can scale it. I mean, these are things you have to start. You have to be willing to start at the bottom and work your way up, right? So, you could create SEO, blogging. You could use keywords, stuff like that. So let's see if anyone's out there. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to be checking some of these comments. Thank you to the 4 people who crushed up the likes. But anyway, there's lots of ideas that you can do for side hustles. And you've got things like rent out things. People they get a car business, for example. I knew a guy who had like 20 rental cars, and he started with just one. And he saw that people were always renting that. If you're in a tourist area, it works really good. like maybe San Diego or Miami, and you're using Turo or something else, maybe you could rent camera gear on Facebook, on the Facebook marketplace, yard equipment. I mean, maybe you have a chainsaw, you just rent it out. I used to rent out my truck on Turo, and I would get, I'd be like, I would be without a truck for 2 days, but it was cool because I was living in Kona and I could walk everywhere, and I didn't really need to drive it. And I found it to be better to be making $150 a day just running out my truck. Now, I was always worried if someone was going to take it off road or damage it or whatever. So you have to have an ironclad contract in place. But these are ideas of things that you can be doing, that you're basically taking your life and you're monetizing your lifestyle with whatever it is that you do as a hobby. And that's the key. Monetize your hobbies. For me, I like to travel. I like to trade stock market. I like to do all this stuff. I like to invest. So what am I doing? I'm creating opportunities for myself by making YouTube videos or day trading. I do a lot of things. This is where you see me, is on YouTube, but you can do it on multiple different levels like I do. I don't just do YouTube, I do many different things, and you guys can also. So that's why we share the information with each other. Let me know what your guys' favorite side hustle ideas are. We'll see you guys on the next one.